Welcome back to the Refraction Railway. I'm Mechamac, this is Limbus Company, and this is another episode that I've lost footage for. Last time I did this, I was able to clear these two in one go, so let's see if I can beat my old record. Our objective is to take out Drudgery. We've gone through this salty scent of the sea before. Those who painfully bear the multitude of filth, salt, and other similar things within await us here. Also, a nostalgic sight. The scene seems to beckon us. Maybe it brings out in us a faint remembrance of the past. Some sinners appear rather distraught. This time we'll have to approach it with our weapons drawn. Yeah, but that's not what we're doing right now. This and the next boss are both ones from the current dungeon. So that is familiar. I want to bring Tintang Hong Lu because this fight is about killing ads quickly. I might also want to bring in Chef Ryoshu because we've got to manage our healing pretty well. Don Quixote and Rabbit Core Ishmael because we will need some burst damage. So what's left? I guess the only character that still has an evade. Because to save time, this is the same group I'm going to take into the next fight. So, all of his attacks will consume green slime. If he lands hits, he inflicts poison. At the end of the turn, take damage fixed by the count, then halve the count. He also inflicts defense level down by the amount of poison, and inflicts lava. Lava is a problem. Move to the ally with the highest HP and lose SP equal to the value of lava on self. So give him enough time and he can really mess up our SP counts. Now here's the other problem. Look at these resistances. The shell is such a... So we've got times 0.5 on his physical resistances and times 0.2 on his elemental resistances. The shell retains these resistances even when staggered. If we want to break this thing, we have to go after the pearl. If at 0 slime, it becomes staggered. When the pearl part is staggered, it loses all affinity resistances by 1.0. It gains 10 green slime when recovering from stagger. Fix this part's speed to 3 for a turn when using devouring fluid. So yeah, basically we're gonna have to beat on that pearl a lot. Which is the one thing that isn't attacking this turn, go figure. Let's save Ryoshu's better attacks for later.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
재밌네요.
Oh boy, those damage numbers are pathetic. Mind you, if you had enough true damage, or maybe some tremor to force a stagger effect, you might actually be able to bust that shell wide open. I've seen people able to kill this thing in one turn thanks to Tremor. Granted, it wasn't the Refraction Railway version, but yeah. So, he wants to kill this green slime. Naturally, we don't want that to happen. If you flip heads, that would be funny. We don't know what its blunt weakness is like, and we don't know what its gluttony weakness is like. But since we're doubling down on this green slime, we should kill it before he gets to. Incidentally, predation. Target green slime, defeat green slime upon attacking, gain 3 green slime when defeating the target. It rolls a 50. It is a good thing this will never target one of our sinners. Our gloom resources really fell off in that previous round. I had to keep spamming Fluid Sac to get all my health back. Now here's the fun thing about Mutilate. He killed someone, so he used the attack again. It only works once, but it is pretty funny to see it go off. It's not nearly as funny as it was when Gabura did this, because her onrush would work on stagger or kill, and there was no limit on how many times it could be used. What is that twinkling thing in that effervescent filth? So now he's angry. He knows that he's about to lose it. He knows he's about to lose his green slime, so he's trying very hard to kill these things, and that fortunately means that he's not doing very much to us. Consume 2 green slime, inflict 3 lava. Consume 2 green slime, inflict 3 lava. So as you can see, we have no choice. We have to start taking the SP penalty. Which is why it's a good idea to apply Sun Shower so that we can get the SP passive to help out with the SP loss. But if it flips heads, it's a kill. But if it isn't, then he gets to eat them. We're not going to let him do that. It feels like such a waste to use I Can Cook Anything on this, but I don't have 10 to 23. 17, so it actually would be enough to get the kill. I can just use her Perfect Cuts attack there. And Mind Strike will do fine here.
무슨 맛일까?
이 스며들 듯한 비 우산이 새진 않나 모르겠어.
I love that this attack is just raining super hard on the enemy to kill them. And execution is always nice. Wait, what? Shoot! It must not have hit all of them like I thought it would. Looking at it closely, it appears to be a gem of sorts. Born after a long time of waiting. Born in the ebb and flow of the filth that fills and leaves that thing with its every movement. Taking its gem would be equivalent to taking its reason for existence away. It may even fall apart without it. gluttony advantage. Who will take its meaning away? So we have two options, and the thing is, I'm pretty sure that this is going to hurt whoever does this. I think maybe an SP penalty, but I could be wrong. I have the option of going for a single coin flip with the perfect... I can either go for the single coin flip with Mutilate, or I can go for the multi-coin flip for Mind Whip. I think we might want to go single coin here. Honglu reached toward the twinkling light. The green slime, the acidic burning sensation, the writhing larva, all of it unnerves the sinner. But despite all that, Honglu prevails, claiming the gem with her hand. An incomprehensible roar echoes. They quickly regenerated something new in its walls, but it won't be the same. Honglu loses 30 SP and 20 HP. But it loses 3 green slime.
운은 실력과도 연관되어 있죠?
That is enough to stagger. However, we probably don't want to leave these green slimes up since I think that... Yeah, apply 4 plus surviving green slime poison to all enemies. We want them dead. Now, one of these is the shell, and it'll ignore all damage. The other is not the shell.
정화. 소란이 줄었나 봐.
책 너무 쉽군요.
You had me worried there.
너 막.
피어나라.
That's unfortunately not as much as I was hoping, but I guess you do what you do. Now here's the thing, he heals SP on evade, so we could get SP back if we're lucky, but if we're unlucky he's going to take 2 hits. Let's get daring.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Oh, Honglu. You're gonna make her mind whip the party, and it'll be all your fault. Okay, fingers crossed that they can finish it off before the boss gets to hit
운이
it.
따라준다면 좋겠네요.
I would have liked a chance to beat on the Pearl a bit more, but I would have rather actually guaranteed the kill. We aren't getting the skill check this time. I don't see the flashing lights, so we're going to have to worry about... If they don't kill this one, then the boss gets its slime back.
무슨 맛일까? 소란이 줄었네요. 이제 쓸만해졌고.
That was a really bad time to roll a Tails Forced. So that means less damage this turn. Fantastic. What happened to the lava? That's weird.
무슨 맛일까? 소란이 줄었네요.
And the clam explodes because Ambling Pearl does have Ambling Pearl does have the potential to be tanky, but it also has the potential to be a bit of a pushover when you crack the Pearl. So, refraction rate 51%, Station 6, Truth. An odd miasmatic scent of a burning candle fills this place. In it, the one who seeks the truth. Its massive eyes roll around about to capture every little detail and knowledge. It would be best that we stop consuming more knowledge before the flames of truth begin burning. So this is a fight that took me it actually took me until this Refraction Railway for me to figure out how you're actually supposed to fight it. The key point is evade skills. Make sure you bring a lot of people with good evade skills.
빨리 시작하시죠.
Frankly, I almost think that Mola Ishmael would be good for this because she has the best evade skill in the game. So then, let's see. Unfortunate! Anywhere that I hit, I'm going to hit the boss and trigger the counter skill. Six to 12 isn't that bad. But it does leave us with not an awful lot of gloom. So, these attacks that he uses at the moment are unclashable. But they're just unclashable. It doesn't mean we can't redirect, and it doesn't mean we can't block or evade. Shoot, I can't do this. Wow, I actually got kind of unlucky with this fight because all of my good skills are showing up on the lower area. Honglu's just gonna have to take a hit.
무슨 맛일까?
피어나라.
So, the thing is, the candles. We can't kill the candles. We can only reduce them to 1 HP. But doing so causes them to light up, which is what we actually want. And now they are all lit up. So now the boss is actually going aggressive. Deal SP damage by the number of lit candles. Prioritize enemies with marked. Nobody's marked, so he's just aiming wherever he wants. Longing. Prioritize enemies with marked. Inflict Wrathful Agility next turn, and burn. So that could get a little out of hand. All the candles have 20 shield. Snuff out the light next turn if out of shield. So we're going to have to take some unavoidable wrath hits here. Okay, here's the trick. If we use Ardor Blossom Star, I don't think it's supposed to, but in this encounter, the extra attack weight is being targeted onto the back of the onto the rear candles, which is handy for the sort of targeting shenanigans we're going to have to get up to. Meanwhile here, he's targeting the front two, so someone has to take a one-sided attack here. Actually, I probably should explain the passives. If every candle is snuffed in at full HP, gain resistance until all candles are lit again. When all candles are lit, lose resistance. So yeah, even though not only were his attacks going unchallenged, but we wouldn't even be able to hurt him that much if we tried to beat on him, which is why you go for the candles first. The thing is, I actually did a pretty good job of wrecking the candles. So I got them all down in one turn. What you're supposed to see is that when the candles are lit, they use attack skills. But when all candles are lit, use a defensive skill, and they snuff out if out of shield. The attacks will all prioritize marked targets. Actually, it does look like we're going to be able to snuff all the candles safely, so we can focus on clashes. Alright, let's see what the coins say.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 너, 막,
I like to think of the I can cook anything attack skill to be a boss breaker. The idea is that it gets extra damage based on how much HP the target is missing. This isn't going to mean much in trash fights because enemies are going to go down in relatively short order, but when you've got massive health pools, it also means you've got plenty of room for that extra damage bonus. It just didn't work as well here because, well, we haven't had a chance to properly hit the boss yet. As I drew attention to, he gains quite a bit of resistance when the candles are... no, when they're lit, he's weak. When they aren't, he's... yeah. When the candles aren't lit, he's resistant. The candles are not lit, so let's see what he's planning. Prioritize enemies with marked. Unclashable, target fixed. Take damage in the target's place. Get staggered next turn. Inflict marked on a random enemy without marked. Turn end. All candles heal to max HP. On hit, decrease the max HP and inflict 10 burn on self. So let's see what we can do to take advantage of this final window of vulnerability. So this attack is going to beat on Don Quixote. She's weak to Wrath, which would usually be a bad thing, but he's taking the damage, not her. This is what happens when you extinguish the candles on the turn that they're all lit. If you did not, then he would use a different super attack. This one, 9-2, which is the name of the ego he creates. Snuff out all the candles. Upon hitting targets with marked, target loses additional 5% HP. Clash lose. Inflict burn. Inflict target with marked next turn. And he heals all the candles. Target's max HP decreases by 10% on hit. Plus there's 5 burn and 2 burn count. So yeah, you can tell that between the two we want to go for the candle breaking option. We can match that. Now here's the actual question. Who is he going to mark? Oh wow, you staggered yourself? I'm not sure whether it would be worth to continue hitting him though. Okay, we know who he's targeting. He is targeting Don Quixote, so good luck with the next turn, Donnie.
터졌군요. 확실히 빼는 편이 좋지.
I hope you roll better than that when it's actually important. So, as you can see, he is quite angry. Everything is targeting onto Dawn Quixote because she's the only one with marked. This is where evades come in handy. Because the evade will continue to function and hopefully protect her, but now we have to go after killing off all of these. And I guess because we have some AoEs that will target nicely, I can also look for what attacks will hurt the most to land on her, so I can intercept those. Although I don't like how low SB is getting. I think next turn needs to be a fluid sac.
피워보지. 이 스며들 듯한 비. 우산이 새지나 않나 모르겠소.
Rain is good against fire, right? Something that I don't think I've ever mentioned is that Refraction Railway does not follow the usual rules. If you underdeploy, that is, if you bring less characters than the maximum limit, you don't get extra skill slots. That's very important to keep in mind. I want to point out, with how many evades you can get in a single turn, that the Prophet records endlessly. As I was saying, with how many times you can evade in a single turn, if you've got something like Scattering Aroma here, or maybe Food Ingredient Insight, they don't have a cap on how many times you affect the enemy like that, so it can be hilarious. Mind you, it can also be very slow.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
So, also worth noting is that after the marked effect doesn't go away if he marks someone else.
이 전투는 승리할 거야.
So if we get to around 3, then we can't use that same evade bombing trick. The records, inscribed with that burning quill, are endless. Yet the Prophet must write, because the future is also endless. Lust advantage. Who will read the records? I mean, our best lust fighter is either forced or it's Ryoshu. Faust snuffed the burning flames and looked into the records. The sinner could not understand a single word of it, but soon realized that reading it was unnecessary. Faust merely accepted the records as they naturally came to them. The sinner felt as though something was constricting around their head, but the weapon arm felt empowered. One of its heads was glaring in their direction. Faust loses 30 SP! Faust gains 2 attack power up for the encounter. Refracted Skin Prophet gains 4 damage up and 4 fragile for the encounter. Reduce the HP of Refracted Candle with the most HP to 1.
당연하지.
Oh, why would you do that? So we need to resume the beatings.
정화.
선생님, 봤어요?
Well, it was very nice damage, but it was also on an enemy that can't be killed, unfortunately.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
As you can see, we're starting to have a little bit of trouble because we're losing access to all the really nice abilities that will let us hit everyone. This should break all the candles though.
피워보지.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
I think it's always guaranteed to throw the marked effect on whoever is currently. So that one attack where it said mark a character randomly, I think it's guaranteed to mark the one that didn't took the attack, but I haven't had a chance to experiment. The only reason it would aim at someone else is if the current target is already marked. Ah, Scheisenheimer. I think this is the time for Hex now. We have so much envy resources we can throw it away, and the Pierce Fragility might help a lot. We might see something funny. Okay, so his actual weaknesses are pride, gluttony, and gloom. But it's going to change next turn, so we need to hurry quickly.
정화. 가슴 가장 깊은 곳까지 박히도록.
재밌네요.
피어나라.
귀는 확실히 빼는 편이 좋지. 이제 쓸만해졌고.
Alright, that went pretty well if I do say so myself. It's 43 minutes, but it is just one episode. So, next time on Limbus Company, oh boy, it's time for a new Refraction Railway boss. The one where everything is on fire. Until then guys, take care, I'll see you all around. Station 7 Occlusion. The heat from the flaming sunset can be felt all the way from here. A mere brush against its flames will burn everything to ashes, but its fiery embrace may be a warmth that cannot be found anywhere else. The potential, born again from the flames, gently beckons us.